Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, February 24, 2024, and greetings from the Northern Hemisphere. This is America's energy conservation, efficiency, and renewable energy expert, Danny Zen, coming to you live. Listen up, I've been meaning to do this video for a very, very long time. I just thought I'd go ahead and record it, even though I didn't line up all of the partners, suppliers, and contractors, since I know a lot of you guys are hurting out there with your energy bills, whether, just due to the utility companies rising, you're using more, it's been extra cold or whatever. So listen up, if you give me your kind time and attention for the next hour or less, you're gonna learn how to get the most bang for your buck, how to prioritize your time, money, and effort to get the greatest return and quickest payback, okay? So this is titled the Energy Efficiency Pyramid and the CREEP method, which I'll go over what it stands for in a second. By the way, I am a pending or future certified passive house consultant. That is the world's most stringent voluntary energy efficiency building standard that originated out of Europe, capable of reducing a building's total energy usage by up to 90% without a single solar panel or wind turbine, okay? By the way, I apologize for the poor audio quality. I've just been swamped. But anyways, so which one is better for our planet and has a quicker payback return on investment? This is to get your attention. A 10-cent socket sealer to place behind your electrical outlets and light switches, or this fancy silicone module solar panel. Guess what? Obviously this 10-cent foam socket sealer, okay? Less than 1 month payback versus, who knows, 8 to 12 years for the solar panels, depending on various factors, okay? So common sense, it's always cheaper to save energy than it is to make it. So always energy conservation and efficiency before making your energy from either wind turbines or solar panels, okay? By the way, you can view this quote unquote PowerPoint document on Google Drive. Just use this link here, tinyurl.com/energy priority pyramid. If you have trouble accessing that, just leave me a voicemail with your email address at my landline number, which is 786-441-2727. Again, that's 786-441-2727. And I plan to have a shortened link for the video version of this. It'll be either one or both of these shortened links here that you see, okay? And so CREEP basically stands for, and it's triple E, C-R-E-E-P. First is consumption reduction, just like grandma used to say, when you leave the room, turn off the lights, okay? Can't get any simpler than that. And it's also referring to, obviously, non-electric appliances. The more you can max out on non-electric appliances, obviously, you're gonna have a near zero energy bill and get closer to being off the grid, okay? And help us to achieve my company's mission of shutting down all the coal-fired power plants that we have left in our country, if not all the remaining 99 nuclear reactors, okay? Next, the double E in CREEP is energy efficiency, not effectiveness, but efficiency. So the first one will be more like energy effectiveness, okay? Cheapest energy is the one that you never use. So efficiency is simply basically having that same unit of energy or kilowatt hours, or even British thermal units for those that use natural gas, is to do more work for that 1 unit of energy, okay? And that can mean upgrading to energy efficient appliances like heat pump water heaters, HVAC systems, ductless mini splits, other Energy Star.gov rated appliances, okay, so on and so forth. And like a variable speed pool pump is one of the big ones, okay? Again, a variable speed pool pump for those that have swimming pools. And then lastly, the EP in CREEP is energy production. That's when you go ahead and make your energy with solar panels or wind power, okay? So this is the energy priority pyramid. I got this, I don't remember where I got the image from, but I kind of touched it up and added a few of the elements that I thought were missing, like passive solar design. This kilowatt refers to an energy monitor. I'll have a link in the description below for a similar brand, okay? You want to do your energy audit. This is understanding, get your baseline or benchmarking, okay? Then next is improving your plug loads, or, these are low to no cost, basically, timers and switches. If you, motion sensors or photo sensors, like if you have outdoor lights, that senses when the sun goes down, it'll turn on the lights only when it's dark, okay? Then we've got lighting, usually has a quicker payback. This is first, natural day lighting. I'll go over a few things, maybe fixtures, and then light emitting diodes, or even better yet, beeswax candles, my favorite, my newest craze, which doesn't even use any electricity, okay? Might not save money, but definitely saves energy, obviously, okay? So then we go on up. We got air sealing is very critical, give you a good payback. Air tightness, we have a lot of leaky buildings in this country, okay? So weather stripping, the building envelope, walls, foundation, sealing any attic bypasses is a very quick return on your money, like from can lights, recessed can lights, audio speakers, ceiling fans, exhaust fans, other things that protrude from your ceiling into the attic. Next, we've got appliances. VS stands for variable speed pool pump, again, for those that have swimming pools. Then obviously, kitchen appliances, dishwasher, refrigerator, dehumidifiers for those that are in humid areas like myself, clothes washer, okay? Then we've got insulation and ventilation. We'll get into that. That's kind of self-explanatory, generally attic. Then we've got water heating. You can go with solar thermal. I'm not a huge expert on those tankless or on-demand water heaters. I have heard good and bad things about those, so the jury's still out on that. Then moving up, we've got HVAC, heating and cooling. That refers to HVAC, heat pump HVAC systems. And then we'll go over one really record-breaking performing small chiller heat pump that I promote. Next, then we've got windows. I actually should have krypton gas filled is even better at like a thermal barrier or air barrier, okay? So krypton is even better than argon gas filled. You want low emissivity, double or possibly triple pane if you're in very cold climates to justify that, the extra cost, okay? So that's pretty much the energy priority pyramid. Then we top it off with our renewables or renewable energy like solar, electric, solar photovoltaics, and wind power, okay? And then, so that's the energy priority pyramid. Very cool, give you a guideline. Don't get too overwhelmed. Just take this step by step, baby steps. Do one thing at a time. Start tiny like I did with just putting those 10-cent foam socket sealers behind every outlet and light switch. So when you do all this, you can become a member of my below 1,000 club or my below 1,000 kilowatt hours per month club and be recognized on my onehouseoffthegrid.com's Green Wall of Energy Conservation fame. I look forward to getting your email with a copy of your past 12 months electric bills after you've implemented many of these energy upgrades. You can view how to get on this plaque by visiting tinyurl.com/below1000club, and that's the number 1000, okay? tinyurl.com/below1000club. Also, I've got like another kind of voluntary recognition program to motivate you guys to reduce your energy usage, be a good example to your kids, family, neighbors, loved ones, coworkers. And it's called a Sunny rating system. This is by all means not scientific or recognized by any utility company or organization that I know of, just something I created to, kind of have fun with it, okay? So you can, like I said, join the below 1,000 club and get additional, like patch, either a one sunny. To get a one sunny patch, you'll need to be between 801 to 1,000 kilowatt hours per month. You'll have the added benefit by saving money, because generally on utility companies' bills, if you look closely on the electric, the first 1,000 hours has set, dollars or cents per kilowatt hours. And then once you go 1,000 or more, it's usually a little bit higher, okay? So that's another incentive to get you to the below 1,000 club. To become a 2 sunny, you have to use rolling past 12 months rolling average of 601 to 800 kilowatt hours per month. 3 sunny is 401 to 600 kilowatt hours per month. A 4 sunny would way down to 201 to 400 kilowatt hours per month. That might be tough if you're a family of 4, but possibly doable if you're single in a studio, okay, in a temperate climate. And then 5 sunny for those ultra aggressive, tree huggers, green loving people, care about the environment, and some amazing tips and implement all of these things, get you down to under 200 and become one of the first 5 sunny members, okay? So the glossary here, this symbol is just basically an affiliate or distributor link. The asterisk is eligible for federal tax credits or upfront rebates under the Inflation Reduction Act. And the double asterisk is you need to log into your Gmail to view on Google Drive. So very quickly, as I mentioned, the base of the energy priority pyramid, you want to get your baseline measuring. You can do it technically through one of these certified home energy raters through the ResNet or Residential Energy Services Network. You can find one by visiting their website, hersindex.com, HERS index.com, and then click on Find a HERS Rater. Now, next thing, you can actually even possibly get some, I think, rebates or tax credits under the Inflation Reduction Act. It's not very much, maybe just a couple $100. So you can bring that up, okay? Next, you want to obviously see how much each appliance is using. So invest in 1 or 2 of these energy monitors. As you can see here, this happens to be made by a company called BN-Link. This is my affiliate link. Full disclosure, I do not earn a commission if you make a purchase of one of their energy monitors or other timers and switches that we'll go over real soon. Now, this is for folks that are new construction. You obviously want to incorporate passive solar design. You want the orientation, the long or the ridge line to go run east and west, so you have fewer windows exposed to the rising hot sun or the setting westerly sun, okay? So again, the ridge line should be running east and west, so you got more southern facing windows to max out on passive solar design. I won't get into details on that, but you can learn more just by visiting, go to YouTube and tap in passive solar design. You'll see a bunch of architects that have created videos going over this. It's an extremely critical design element. If you're new construction, it's not too late. You want to definitely do that, okay? Incorporate that. If you happen to be fortunate enough to build a new home and want to be ultra energy efficient, like I said, you want to meet full Passive House certification, which I highly encourage you to do. And then go to the Passive House Institute of the US.org's website to see how you can get your project to be certified, and not to mention have less than 90% energy usage compared to a traditionally built home, for no more than maybe 10% more cost startup, capital expenditure up front, but far fewer ongoing costs. I'm going to go faster since I have a time limit of 40 minutes. So that's phius.org, okay? These are the 5 principles of the Passive House Energy Efficiency Building Standard. Adequate ventilation strategy or balanced ventilation, since you're so airtight, as you can see there. You don't want any thermal bridges. This is generally applying to new construction. Super insulated, just like the example of a warm jacket or coat to wrap around you. And then highly energy efficient super windows, okay, or Passive House quality windows. You can learn more by watching a video by going to this link. If you happen to be, again, new construction, you want to totally air seal it, go to a product called AeroSeal Envelope by aeroseal.com, okay? Now, next thing you can learn, if you happen to be in new construction, visit this link to see some more features and benefits of what I call the home of the future. This is for my startup new construction division. Next, so if you do all of these things, what I'm going to show you, you're going to be able to save tens of thousands of dollars off your future solar panel array, because you're going to need far fewer solar panels, and that money you can save could go towards a larger battery bank size should you choose to have battery backup power. Now, if you also want to save you'll also be able, like I said, save tens of thousands of dollars. So you off your future battery system, because you won't need such a large battery capacity or kilowatt hour runtime, since you're going to be using significantly less energy due to maxing out on energy conservation and efficiency. Makes sense, right? I think so. Now, lastly, you're going to obviously save on your every month on your utility bills and be more green by reducing your carbon footprint to counter climate change, sea level rise. So low to no cost improvements. You want to eliminate or minimize any unnecessary plug loads, just like Grandma said. This is kind of cover your kids' eyes as a little R-rated. Dear people who don't save energy, how would you like to if someone turned you on and then left? Okay. So basically just turn it off when you're not using it. Pretty simple, right? Couldn't get any easier than that. So one really unique value-added product that happens to be probably more beneficial for the health reasons, especially when you're sleeping, you are going to be able to eliminate all phantom vampire plug loads by installing and using a UL listed, that's Underwriter Laboratories to meet all electrical codes for fire prevention and safety, remote circuit breaker cutoff switch. By the way, do recommend getting their power quality option for filtering dirty electricity. And the company's called liveemfsafe.com. Again, that's liveemfsafe.com. And you can save 10% by applying my code, which is the title of my upcoming book, How to Die of Nothing, when you check out, okay? All letters, HOWTODIEOFNOTHING. And if you do speak to their co-owner, Anthony Smith, tell him Danny Zen referred you. I do also recommend getting an extra remote control and also their body voltage kit with ePen. Again, their body voltage kit with ePen. So this is probably going to save you anywhere from, who knows, 2 to 5%, maybe more energy, just depending on how much you're using at night and which circuits you choose to shut off. They have flex options where you can just keep the kitchen circuits on, so you have your fridge, food cold when you wake up in the morning. So very, very cool. But again, the real value proposition is actually the health reasons, side benefits, the actual energy savings. This thing can start anywhere from maybe $500–600 to over $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 if you get a lot of fancy features in the flex options or outside wall mounted and stuff like that. Okay, so it just depends on the options that you get will determine your price. Next thing is, like I mentioned, plug in all your appliances, at least phase one, normal voltage, not like your washer, your clothes washer, into a simple timers and switches, either a countdown. I highly recommend the manual ones. I don't really care for the digital ones. Those LCD screens go bad. So go with the old school, mechanical timers. They even have a dual outlet. You can plug in more than one, appliance, laptop, computer, router, lights, obviously. This is a cool one, especially great if you got ADD like me. It's a preset times interval countdown function, great for ironing, so you don't burn your house down. So that's an awesome one. Again, just go to tinyurl.com/timers and switches. You can also save 10%, I think, by entering my code Danny, DANNY, when you check out on their main website, which is just bnlink.com, okay? And again, that's code, I think it's apply code Danny at bnlink.com. If you happen to place an order with for any of these things, please forward me a copy of your order confirmation email so I can make sure it ships out in a timely manner. Just send that on over to onehouseoffthegrid@gmail.com, all letters ONE, houseoffthegrid@gmail.com. Now, this is actually a critical thing that every one of you guys needs to get. I do need to have a minimum of 25 orders, though, for these customized world-class energy and water conservation kits. You can view what's contained in it by visiting tinyurl.com/save-energy-kit. Again, that's tinyurl.com/save-energy-kit. By the way, I do want to give a prop out and a recognition to Mike Adams and his team there at Brighteon for approving this video, and even Mr. Mike Adams and his assistant has requested to interview me about my company, onehouseoffthegrid.com. We just haven't scheduled that due to schedule conflicts, but I want to thank him for approving this video, since the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that somebody else will save it. Again, I repeat, the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that somebody else will save it. So thank you to Mike Adams and our hardworking team there at Brighteon for being so short-staffed compared to YouTube and having to look through so many videos every day. Okay, next thing, this is something I will be offering soon, at least locally in the South Florida market. It's a in-home 108-point tune-up service that I'm finalizing. So you can see what's going to be included and what you get for $499 or maybe more. Okay, so it's a very cool thing. And this is just a flyer for this customized energy saving conservation water conservation kits. Now, I don't have a link for this, but you can just hop on a Home Depot or Lowe's.com and to get a hot water heater blanket. If you feel that your hot water storage tank is hot to the touch or even warm to the touch, usually less than $100. Get that higher R value or thermal resistance value, the better. And you can also put your water heater and if you have a pool pump on a timer, okay, or anything else that's not used 24/7, put it on a timer. Real simple. So, and let's see here. Next, you want to, if you feel like it, I don't like wireless things, but I do have an option to hardwire with an Ethernet connection, corded. This is the world's first electrical main panel upgrade in over 100 years, quote unquote, smart, made by span.io and their national network of span electrical and authorized installer partners. You can actually get possibly up to $4,000 in upfront rebates if you're low to moderate income households under the new Inflation Reduction Act. And you can individually control some circuits. You might experience up to 15% energy savings. This is what they're touting. And also, this is an absolute must if you do happen to have energy storage, even without solar panels. It's a very cool high-tech thing. For those that are electrically hypersensitive, you might not want to get it, or definitely get the hardwired option and somehow turn off the Wi-Fi. So that's span.io. Check it out. If you happen to reach out to them or need a referral to a local span.io installer partner, just leave me a voicemail at my landline number again, 786-441-2727. In terms of those smart or quote unquote smart learning thermostats, such as ecobee, Nest, so on, I haven't done enough research, but I think I want to keep things simple. At least just go with a programmable thermostat instead of, the manual one. I would say that would be a good thing. I'm not really impressed with all the other ones, okay? Because they're using some electricity if you think about it. So that's where I stand in terms of thermostats. Just go with a programmable digital one and maybe stay away from the smart learning ones. I don't know if it's worth the premium. So next thing, believe it or not, this is a game changer. Pay your utility company if they have the option to put back a dumb, non-communicating, but standard digital electric meter, since there's virtually no more analog meters, since they're probably sitting in a closet or a landfill or locked up behind a fence, whatever. So ask your utility company how much it is, a one-time fee and monthly fee, to have somebody come out and pay and remove that really damaging quote unquote smart utility meter, whether that's electric, gas, and or water. Okay, so you could possibly save money. And this is influenced by Mr. Josh Del Sol's documentary titled Take Back Your Power, about the health risks, not to mention possibly stealing your energy. And a lot of people have experienced maybe as much as 15% increase or even more after they got the smart meter put on. Okay, so do your due diligence. Let me know if you come to the same conclusion. I think it's worth paying Florida Power and Light, where I'm at one time, I think $89, and then maybe $13 or $18 a month to have a standard non-communicating digital electric meter installed. Okay, that's where I stand. That's why I don't kind of promote solar panels grid tied, because you're forced to get their bi-directional quote unquote smart electric meter when you have solar panels that's grid tied. So moving on. Again, max out on non-electric appliances. For God's sakes, you really don't need a Brinks, in my opinion, what's all the other ones? ADT, Vivint, home alarm systems, because this thing is more effective than any of those. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you can ask the Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI, if those really deter thefts. I think this is more scary than even a gun, like a Smith & Wesson warning sign, okay? Make sure you get a picture of a dog in case the person that's a burglar is illiterate and can't read. But most home burglaries are actually due to drug addicts wanting a quick fix, so they need money, and let's just be compassionate against them. Okay, so anyways, just get one of these, couple dollar signs you can order on Amazon, plop that in front of your yard or side in your backyard by the windows and doors, and unplug, cancel your subscription to Brinks, ADT, Vivint, home alarm security system, and you'll save a little bit of electricity, okay? Let me know if you agree with me or not. That's where I stand on that. Anyways, next, lighting, since it's very low-hanging fruit. Max out again, like I said, on non-electric light sources, and that would be natural day lighting when possible. One is Solitube. That's a great one. They also have a commercial division. They've got skylights as well. It can do for retrofits, existing, and also new construction. Next one, I'm proud to say I'm one of, maybe if not the first distributor dealer for in the USA for a Swedish company that offers fiber optic, full spectrum, at least for one model, natural solar day lighting that can go down 100 meters, made by Perons.com. Check it out. It's a game changer. Not only will it save energy, it'll help you have better health and save money on your energy bills and counter climate change by reducing your carbon footprint. That's a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. You can actually learn more. I didn't put it on here. I forgot. By going to this Linktree site, which is Linktree/fiber optic daylighting. Check it out. It's amazing. And I'm proud to say that I'm their first USA distributor. They only have about 5 or so installed in the USA, including for Google and one in Minnesota. Again, that's Linktree/fiber optic daylighting to learn more. That's L as in Lima, Linktr.ee/fiber optic daylighting. And that will take you to this site here. And you'll see some videos and some informational things, okay? Including a light guide. Pretty cool. and some successful customer installs. So, and architects, if you happen to know any architects. Okay, moving on. We've got also additional daylighting. 3M is known for some quality stuff. They hold hundreds of patents. One of them is maybe on their daylight redirecting window film. That's great, especially for commercial buildings and educational institutions and hospitals. So you can Google that on YouTube, watch some cool videos. Again, that's 3M's daylight redirecting window film, again, to throw light deeper into the building so you cannot use artificial lights, even if it's a light emitting diode. Next, again, non-electric light sources. This is for after dark, is good old-fashioned 100% pure natural beeswax candles and a lantern for the next extended power outage. Notice I said the next one because it's always a matter of when. You can learn more and get a 10% discount by using my Beeswax Candle Co. shortened influencer ambassador link, which is tinyurl.com/thebestbeeswaxcandles. Okay, again, tinyurl.com/thebestbeeswaxcandles. I'm going to go real fast. You can also enter one house off the grid, all letters, when you go to beeswaxcandleco.com. Now, this is a picture of their lantern. They just got in stock, and this is the shortened link. You can go directly to that page. Very, very cool. Now, lastly, if you've got to resort to artificial man-made lighting, then go with energy efficient. This one happens to be the world's healthiest light emitting diodes or LEDs. The world's first true fullest spectrum and is balanced with 5 different wavelengths. Again, 5 different wavelengths of near infrared and a trace amount of ultraviolet A. Happens to be invented by a student of the late Dr. John Ott, who wrote the book Health and Light. And Dr. Ott was also famous for being the godfather of daylight time-lapse photography, since he worked on a couple of films for Walt Disney Company in the 1950s. And even one product by this nonprofit, it's actually a nonprofit called Science of Light, can be paid for under your health insurance if you are diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD, because it has at least over 10,000 lux, okay, at 2 feet away, I believe. You can learn more by visiting bit.ly/full-spectrum-LED. Will take you to my Science of Light affiliate page. That's B Bravo I Israel T Tango.ly/full-spectrum-LED. And as you can see, not all light is created equal. I should warn you, this LEDs and not cheap, okay? This is not your standard one you get at Walmart. In fact, this is a whopping $147 for one single bio bulb, as you can see in this picture here. Again, the value proposition is the health aspects. It's going to have you have more energy, and it mimics, it's closer to full spectrum sunlight than anything else that I've seen when it comes to artificial lights, okay? At least for LEDs. You could go with the what are they called? I forget, the full spectrum Edison light bulbs, but they're not as energy efficient, okay? So you can see the waveforms of various different technologies, sunlight compared to traditional LEDs, fluorescent, and then incandescent, okay? The Edison light bulb here. So I'll let you read this at your own leisure. You can learn more by visiting my Linktree/full spectrum LED for additional information. You can also save 10% by entering my code DANNY, D-A-N-N-Y, when you check out our Science of Light's main website, which is solshine.org. Again, enter D-A-N-N-Y when you visit solshine.org, okay, like it says here. Again, this is their bio bulb. You need a par 38 fixture. It's got to be wide enough. You can remove it. It comes from this clip-on stand with the power switch that's on the cable, the cord. And this is their SAD light box that's covered, can be covered under health insurance, possibly, depending on your health insurance company. And it's called the Photo Vites. It's got 40 LEDs, 20 of them are near infrared, and the other 20 are the visible spectrum. Okay, this I think is maybe $300+ or maybe $437. So that's more information on that. The bio bulb has just 18 LEDs, 9 of them in the near infrared spectrum, and the other 9 LEDs are in the visible spectrum. Okay, so you can also become a free affiliate if you want. Just go to this site here, solshine.goaffpro.com, and just put my name there, okay? Again, like I said, learn more at Linktree/full spectrum LED. If you don't want this fancy, healthy, super healthy LED, then you can just go with a very unique, creative power outage light emitting diode that actually has a built-in replaceable lithium-ion rechargeable battery that's got a patented air gap, and it's the longest lasting power outage bulb that I know of which is why I'm proud to become an affiliate for Safe Lumen and their inventors, Rick and Amy Lutz, Rick and Shami Lutz of Wisconsin. You can learn more by visiting my link and get a discount. That's tinyurl.com/safelumen, and that's spelled with an I. So that's LUMIN. Again, T Tango INY, url.com/safelumen, LUMIN. You can also apply my code OneHouseOffTheGrid when you visit their site, which is safelumen.com, again with an I. And that's all letters, O-N-E, House Off the Grid, when you visit SAFELUMIN, okay, .com. And you can watch a cool video by going to this link here, tinyurl.com/thebestleds. Moving along, that's their energy consumption, only 6.5 watts. I forgot to mention the Bio Bulb by Science of Light only uses, I believe, 10 watts, and their Photovite is, I can't remember, it might be 50 or 60 watts, okay? But you can contact me for the exact specs. Next, moving on, air sealing, like I mentioned, seal all bypasses around your windows and doors with weather stripping. And then you can get that at homedepot.com or lowes.com or your local hardware store, like maybe Ace Hardware, okay? This is a very, very low-hanging fruit as far as I'm concerned. I will plan to follow up with Conservation Mart, who happens to be a distributor for an awesome can cover it for, like I said, recessed can lights, audio speakers, and other attic ceiling protrusions. Very affordable. It might even be fire rated. And so stay tuned for that discount code, or just go to conservationmart.com. If you speak to their own co-owner or owner, Chris Kruger, just tell them Danny Zen of onehouseoffthegrid.com referred you. Moving on to appliances again, max out and focus on using non-electric appliances. That includes, for the ladies and gentlemen, for your shaving. For goodness sake, try your best to go old-fashioned double-edged razor for your beards, or even me, straight-edge razor, believe it or not. Okay, I know it's time-consuming, but you're going to be obviously saving energy instead of using your electric Braun, Norelco, whatever shaver. Next, use a good old manual washing tub. These happen to be made by an Amish, and you can get that, and also indoor, outdoor clotheslines and or clothes racks using my clotheslines.com affiliate link, which is tinyurl.com/shopclotheslines with an S. Some high quality stuff, not the cheapest, but they're very, very good quality things. These are some benefits by line drying or clothes drying on your clothes, linens on racks, as you can read here, okay? So just a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. You'll extend the life of your clothes and linen, and you also feel more energetic because you're not having all those positive ions, which is actually fatiguing and depressing, cause depression, in my opinion, that comes off of your electric tumble clothes dryer, okay? So yeah, very important, a no-brainer. You know, sun dry your clothes if it's allowed by your local government. Some places have strict rules about line drying clothes. I know that. Do your best. Next, we've got solar cookers. I'm a huge fanatic of solar cookers. I do represent 3 brands. Okay, you can learn more by visiting Linktree/solar cooking for dummies. This is a good old sun oven, all-American. You get a free physical cookbook if you use my shortened affiliate link here. That's tinyurl.com/buysunoven, okay? T-Tango, I-N-Y, url.com/BUYSUNOVEN. And check that out. Again, that Sun Oven is their site. This is another brand that's evacuated tube. It reaches higher temperatures as high as 550 degrees as opposed to the box style cooker for Sun Oven. And you can learn more by going to my affiliate link for Go Sun Stoves, and that's tinyurl.com/getGoSunStoves, okay? Moving on, this is a parabolic style solar cooker that can reach, wow, it's actually probably over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can learn more. This is my Cantina West affiliate link. Just click on the solar burner to get that, okay? I've already got one and I've recorded some videos for that. Next, we've got some heavily, this is beyond EnergyStar.gov rated. They haven't invested the money to become EnergyStar.gov rated because this is outperforming any normal fridge that you could buy, you know, any, hardware store, whatever. It's heavily insulated up to, I think, 4.6 inches of polyurethane foam, dual powered, meaning it can run off grid power or solar panels, or maybe even possibly wind turbines, top, bottom, or chest freezers and fridges by an Amish company there in Indiana called Solar Freeze. This is their brochure. If you visit, you'll see all their different models and color options. That's tinyurl.com/sunstar2023 brochure. Okay, contact me. I have the dealer pricing that I can give you, and just give me your address and I'll give you the freight quote. It'll probably need liftgate service for your home and or business. Next, we've got, if you're not willing or able to use any of those 3 solar cooker companies, then the next best thing is highly ultra energy efficient magnetic induction cooktops. This one's portable, it's countertop. Full disclosure, I'm an affiliate for Zavor America. This is what it looks like. I've been using this thing for probably over 10 years. You can get that by visiting tinyurl.com/single induction cooktop. If you happen to be low to moderate income household and your state has gotten the money from the federal government for their energy office, you could get up to $840. Again, you could, if you're low to moderate income household based on household size and housing and urban development income tables, up to $840 in free money for the purchase of a qualifying magnetic induction cooktop, which I believe Zavor America should qualify for. So save your receipt. You can learn all about the wonderful, quick, clean world of induction cooking by visiting Linktree/induction cooking. That's L as in Lima, INKTR.ee/induction cooking. Okay. Now, next thing is also eligible for up to $840 in upfront rebates if you're low income household under the new Inflation Reduction Act. This is a large capacity, ultra efficient, ventless heat pump clothes dryer. If you're not willing and able to sun dry your clothes, then this would be the next best thing. And you can learn more by visiting either my full Best Buy referral affiliate link or the shortened one that I created, tinyurl.com/whirlpool heat pump clothes dryer. Okay, check that out. This one happens to come with a paired with a front loading clothes washer if you also need a energy efficient front loading, but the clothes washer I don't believe is eligible for any rebates. Next, to save on energy for a creative way to do clothes, believe it or not, if you saw my video regarding ultrasonic cleaners, these are industrial grade. You'll happen to get the added benefit of using less laundry detergent, no laundry detergent, and doubling as a way to blast off traces of herbicides, pesticides, and all other contaminants, poisons sprayed on your fruits and vegetables, even organic. You can dump your clothes in one of their ultrasonic cleaners. This happens to be made one by Sharper Tech. You can check them out. Save 5%, and it's spelled the TEK. Again, go to sharpertek.com for the ultimate in washing your clothes and jewelry, firearms, firemen's helmets, virtually anything. Okay, these are amazing. They're not cheap, but you might save in the very, very long run. So save 5% by entering one of my discount codes, Danny or One House Off the Grid, when you check out at sharpertek.com. Or if you contact them in Michigan, tell their Vice President of Sales, Tim Bartlett, that Danny Zen referred you, okay? Next, if you happen to have a pool pump that's single or dual speed, absolutely must upgrade it to a variable speed pool pump. You'll get your money pretty quickly back. I happen to represent one, umasolar.com, out of Altamonte Springs, Florida. And Pentair is a very respectable, durable, high quality brand. Others are Hayward. Okay, so check that out if you have a pool. Next, if you got to heat your pool, extend your swimming season. This thing's amazing, and you don't really care for those solar thermals because the sun's not always reliable. Then get a solar-powered, ultra energy efficient heat pump pool heater, such as made by hotspotenergy.com. Again, that's hotspotenergy.com. So that's what it looks like. Zero annual energy cost pool heater when the sun's shining, and you've got it paired with solar panels. You can contact me for a quote for that. Again, hotspotenergy.com. I am authorized distributor for them. Moving on up the energy priority pyramid, we got insulation and ventilation. Get your attic, even including the space above your car garage, if you got one, and or crawl spaces insulated with, I recommend, high quality spray foam when possible or your budget allows for it. Next would be the blown in loose fiberglass. If you see, pink stuff, Pink Panther. You can learn all about attic insulation by visiting my Linktree/attic insulation for dummies site. And these are some benefits of spray foam insulation: higher indoor air quality, improved home comfort. You're going to have less noise for those that have compromised nervous systems, like those kids on the autism spectrum, okay, sensory disorder, whatever. Fewer drafts of cold spots, lower carbon emissions, higher resale value, more uniform temperature, and possibly get up to $1,600 in upfront rebates if you're low income, or $1,200 in federal tax credits. This is one company. If you happen to be in the South Florida area, you can visit for a free quote and more information. Go greeninsulation.us, okay? Or contact me. This is R values. This is a measure of, I guess, a resistance to heat in 4 ways: conduction, convection, radiation, infiltration, okay? These are some different products. Concrete, you see here, this is spray foam, has a very high R value, as you can see. That's why I recommend making that investment in high quality spray foam attic insulation for your home or business. Next on, so by the way, this is the, if you're going to go with the blown in loose fiberglass, you want to get, if you're in southern climates like me, at least R38 value, and that's generally up to around 14 inches deep, okay? If anything less, you're not maximizing your insulation, you're wasting energy and making your HVAC system work harder than it needs to. And R49 is for northern cold climates. So check it out, see if you can go up there to your attic with a tape measure or ruler and see where you're at before contacting a qualified insulation contractor. Like I said, learn more there at my Linktree site. And these are some areas where you have air infiltration or thermal leakages that you could be just blowing money literally out through your ceiling and attic and roof, okay? Again, everything will be here on this site. Next, if you happen to be in a high humidity area, definitely get a whole home dehumidifier or for basement or crawl space. I love the Santa Fe products line. They have really high energy efficiency ones, and you can get some at supplyhouse.com. I won't get into into that, but you can check it out. Again, whole home dehumidifiers will save you on your HVAC because you're not having it to cool as much if you're removing the humidity, okay? Next, if you happen to have a car garage, get a super insulated one, an R value of as high as 16.22, made by Overhead Door. Their thermocore line. They even have some that are windstorm or wind load rated for those that are high wind velocity zones like South Florida and parts of Texas. Okay, that's overheaddoor.com. If you happen to reach out to one of their authorized dealers, just tell them Danny Zen referred you, and there might be possible incentives. Can't guarantee you there. Next on up, the energy priority pyramid, we got water heating. Consider installing an active, if you got the roof space or maybe ground space, for an active solar thermal system, if you are areas that experience freezing temperatures, or passive for areas that almost never experience freezing temperatures like subtropics or tropics, then you'll want to get passive. And these are a couple, they've been around for decades. One is called Advanced Energy Technology, and their site is aetsolar.com for the active one. And they also have a commercial line. For a passive one, this is made by Sun Earth Inc. out of California, sunearthinc.com. You can contact their distributor or contact myself, and I'll refer you to one of their master distributors if you want to quote for that for your home and or business. Next, what I actually believe in first, because it's more reliable than the sun, if you absolutely have to have reliable hot water, especially if you're a restaurant, you know, or nursing home, whatever, then get the world's most energy efficient, both residential and commercial, split heat pump water heater, which is eligible for up to $1,750. Again, these are eligible for up to $1,750 in upfront rebates if you're low income under the new Inflation Reduction Act, and it's made by eco2waterheater.com, which is the North American distributor for a billion-dollar Japanese company called Sanden, which also makes air conditioners for cars. That's ECO, the number 2, waterheater, spelled out.com. You can contact me for a referral to one of their plumbers or plumbing supply companies that carries usually the ECO2 water heater, or it's called the Sanden Senko 2, okay? And I'll type that in. It's called the Sanden Senko 2. And it's called Senko 2, by the way, because the refrigerant is safe, non-ozone depleting carbon dioxide. That's it. That's what's in the refrigerant lines, okay? Just carbon dioxide. And as you can see, the Senko 2 split heat pump water heater blows even the other heat pump water heaters out of the water, including the Rheem brand or A.O. Smith. And this is there for their smallest tank size, 43-gallon capacity, estimated yearly energy cost of almost next to nothing. That's just like more than $10 a month, right? Could be good for up to 3 to 4 people taking one shower per day. That's nothing, right? $127. And it probably starts at over $5,600. Again, $5,600, not including installation by a licensed plumber for the smallest 43-gallon tank size, the last time I checked. So, you know, good investment up front and it'll pay off in the long run. Next, heating and cooling, which is a huge component of our energy bills usually. You can learn more about what I teach in terms of how to cost effectively cool any building with this image here that I copied from someone's video. Max out on heat avoidance, then passive cooling or natural ventilation, and then resort to mechanical cooling, starting with a ceiling fan, ultra energy efficient, before fancier HVAC systems, okay? Speaking of heat avoidance, you can avoid heat striking your home's walls in the first place and have food security independence by installing vertical garns, also known as living walls or harvest walls, made by one Canadian company that I'm in the process of becoming a dealer for, and that's harvest.today, okay? And these can be possibly put outside, and they feature something called vertigation. Learn more again by going to harvest.today. If you contact them, just tell them Danny Zen of OneHouseOffTheGrid.com referred you. You can learn more on this link here. And this is a close-up picture, a cutout of the root system. You can see how this is real food that you can be growing, herbs, vegetables, okay? And they have a lot of different configurations, and it's pretty amazing product. Next, you can coat your roof and sidewalls with the world's most reflective and insulating coating made of 4 different ceramic compounds. They have a residential brand you can get at homedepot.com called Sunshield. Again, Sunshield, it comes in a 5-gallon pail because they generally don't sell their commercial industrial product line called Supertherm to residential at the moment, unfortunately. And you can see how it's just off the charts for the Supertherm. This is made by Superior Products International, spicoatings.com, out of Shawnee, Kansas, if you want to learn more, okay? That's SPI, learn more at spicoatings.com. If you happen to contact them for your commercial industrial building, please ask for Mr. Timothy Capel and tell him Danny Zen referred you, okay? That's SPI, like Superior Products International, coatings.com. So that's that. Next, I'm in the process of becoming a distributor for Solar Gaps as soon as they get their Underwriters Laboratory certification in the US. This is made by, I believe, an Eastern European company. Amazing. I got fundraised a lot of money on Kickstarter for the world's first smart electricity generating exterior Venetia window blinds that can track the sun. And you can learn more by visiting solargaps.com. Stay tuned. I'll let you know my promo code and or my distributor link if or when I get that. Next, after you've maxed out on heat avoidance, you can even plant trees around your home, okay? I didn't mention is passive cooling. If you can, when you're replacing your windows, get some casement windows. These are the kinds that can open and close. One brand I really love is New South Windows. NewSouthWindow.com, because they're very energy efficient. It's made with vinyl. They're impact resistant. They're EnergyStar.gov rated, and they can even come with, I believe, argon gas filled, maybe krypton. You'll have to ask them. You can contact me. I'll refer you to one of their market presidents. I think they're like in almost 14 different states or markets around the Southeast US generally. So NewSouthWindow.com, check them out. Really awesome. Now this next thing is for people in cold areas. And it's a very creative way. It's kind of ghetto, but it's just basically wearing the world's warmest jackets and outerwear for men and ladies, including beanie, hats, gloves, pants, okay? And it's made with NASA-inspired technology called Aspen Aerogels. They're currently getting new inventory, so they're out of stock. So this referral link, which will save you $50, is not, you could go to it for now, but there's no inventory, okay? So just check back often or get on their wait list. Again, that's ttangoinyurl.com/shoporos, SHOPOROS. And you can learn more by visiting this link here, tinyurl.com/warmest jacket for, I think, a video. Now, this is another way, if you happen to be in cold areas, to save a ton on your heating bills, especially if you're sleeping or when you're sleeping, just by heating your body from the inside out versus the entire building or the bedroom, using less than 60 watts on an amazing relaxing and soothing amethyst crystal far infrared biomat, and it happens to be FDA registered. Okay, you can learn more by visiting these various links here, or contacting my Richway sponsor. Full disclosure, I am a distributor, this is just amazing. So this is what it looks like here. It's got beautiful purple crystals. And again, the value proposition, it's heating you from the inside out. The left image is a normal heating pad, and the right is the amethyst crystal far infrared biomat FDA registered medical device. And it's really soothing far infrared light. It can penetrate up to 6 inches into your body to dislodge more toxins. And this is a very creative use for saving energy, especially if you're sleeping. It's a game changer, so you can save a ton, okay, especially if you're in very cold areas, like I mentioned. Moving on up, this is a company I haven't partnered with officially, but I want to share with you. I couldn't wait, especially if you're in those old multifamily homes, legacy homes that have radiators that tend to overheat really easily. You can retrofit with a smart radiator cover called the quote-unquote Cozy, and it's made by a fellow Cornell alumni, a graduate from Cornell University. I forgot his name, but the company is called Kelvin. So KEL.VIN. They used to be called Radiator Labs, was their formerly known as. So go to KEL.VIN if you happen to have one of those radiators that overheats a lot, and stay tuned for my discount code One House Off the Grid, or just tell them Danny Zen of One House Off the Grid referred you. Next, moving on to mechanical cooling. I know this was mechanical heating. After you max out on heat avoidance, passive cooling, then only if you absolutely must resort to mechanical cooling, then get an ultra energy efficient ceiling fan. This one is made by a company called Aerotron.io. I believe it's made in Taiwan. I've been following up with their president forever, but stay tuned for my discount code. And these are really, really energy efficient. I recommend the 2-blade one, and you can learn more by going to Aerotron.io, Aerotron.io, for their ceiling fans. Okay, it's amazing. I don't like the Wi-Fi, so get one without the Wi-Fi that they still have on clearance. Next, after you've gotten ceiling fans, hopefully in every room, and use those, because you can raise your thermostat by about 4 degrees without noticing any difference, because you'll feel cooler just by having circulating air, save on your energy bills that way. Then resort to the world's most energy efficient air to water cooled reverse cycle, meaning you can also heat small chiller heat pumps. These are record breaking, made by Chiltrix, so that's with 1 L, CHILTRIX.com, which is co-owned by the co-owners of hotspotenergy.com. As you can see, this is a comparison. Don't ask me what IPLV, but this is compared to Carrier and maybe even, you guys have heard of Carrier, right? Mitsubishi. The performance is off the charts in terms of its energy efficiency, okay? Energy efficiency ratio, I believe. So, and this is the Chiltrix CX34 model with dynamic humidity control. It's just outperforming everything else, okay? So amazing. Contact me for a quote. There's a lot of different configurations depending on how many indoor units you want, and if you want a floor, ceiling, wall. There's a lot of different configurations, as you can see in this picture. This is the ceiling. This is the wall. This is their newer CX50 for higher amounts of cooling, 3.5 tons or 4.75 tons of heating. Again, this is all record-breaking coefficient of performance, COP, for those that are really, really techie. And it's solar ready. You can even use it for with solar panels and possibly wind turbines. I'll have to get back to you on that. Anyways, check it out, CHILTRIX.com. Contact me for a quote at 786-441-2727. If you don't want so fancy or high performing, then you can just resort to their single zone solar hybrid heat pump air conditioner. Again, it's ductless and it's hybrid because you can either use it grid power or solar panels plug and play. It's pretty cool. Very, very awesome. They do have a new model called the ACDC 24 with higher cooling capacity. They have a 12,000 BTU is their older model. So check that out. Another thing that I haven't set up a relationship with, but if you do happen to have if you're an apartment, the only way you can heat it or cool it is through a window AC. There's an amazing cutting edge window heat pump that's ultra energy efficient, made by GradientComfort.com. If you do reach out to them there at GradientComfort.com for their game-changing window heat pumps, Very, very energy saving. Just tell them Danny Zen of One House Off the Grid referred you. And it's Gradient is spelled with an E, Gradient, comfort.com. Okay. Next is if you're not willing to replace your central ducted AC with the chill checks or any of the ductless mini split AC I mentioned, then at least get your AC ductwork professionally inspected and sealed by a AeroSeal contractor partner, okay, to possibly save up to 25% off the cooling part of your energy bills. You can also have one cleaned by a NADAC certified duct cleaner. Is different from a sealing, okay, SEALING. NADAC is North American Ducts. I forget what it stands for, but you can Google that. They're for cleaning AC ductwork. Now, next, windows and doors. Second up on the energy priority pyramid is have properly sized roof overhangs. This alone could reduce your energy solar heat gain by up to 77% just by having properly sized roof overhangs and or awnings over your window, okay? So just study that image and you can see how far you need to extend your overhang depending on the time of the year, which season it is, the low hanging winter sun or the higher hanging summer sun. Like it says, like I mentioned, an awning over your window properly placed can reduce up to 77% of solar heat gain inside your home. That's huge. It's over 3/4 reducing your energy bills, at least for the heating cooling part. Okay. You can check out a document that I have going over this concept of minimizing solar heat gain by visiting this link here, tinyurl.com/minimizing solar heat gain. One company I'm trying to partner with is retractableawnings.com, but you can probably find one closer to you. This company's been around a lot and they're in South Florida, retractableawnings.com. Do mention that Danny Zen of One House Off the Grid referred you, okay, if you do contact them. And as previously mentioned, these are windows by New South Windows that I like since they're impact resistant. And this is a closer up of why they charge the amount that they do charge, is all these features. IGU stands for insulated glass unit. And these are just high performing, top notch. And I've spoken with their president, Mr. Earl Rand. And this is about low emissivity coatings, kind of like the thermal flask, to give you an example of how that works, but applied to windows. And you can read that again on this document on Google Drive. If you happen to be an area that's not prone to high winds, no hurricanes, then you could consider these amazing passive house quality windows and doors and insulating glass units for both commercial and residential buildings, possibly worldwide. 90% of their business is new construction. They only do about 10% retrofits, existing buildings. But as you can see here, it is very, very high performing for the thinkalpen.com's windows and doors. Very, very low air infiltration, as you can see here. Okay, this is them, and these are other Energy Star compliant windows. So 83 to 96% improvement in reducing air infiltration. So very, very high performing, get your money back. I don't know, maybe 5 years, just really, really depends on a lot of different factors. If you don't want to do the costly full window replacement, these are a couple affordable window options. Think Alpen does have a Windcert Lite and a Windcert Plus. You can learn more by going to their website. And another one I've been trying to partner with forever is indowindows.com out of Portland, Oregon. You can check out their site. Feel free to tell their VP of Sales, Mr. Ryan Libby, that Danny Zen of One House Off the Grid referred you for a free quote for your home and or business. That's indowindows.com, okay? And again, just view my document by going to this link here. And then lastly, renewable energies, the energy production EP is your solar, wind, geothermal, I guess you could fit in there. You might want to consider tile integrated hybrid, meaning it's thin film solar electric and solar thermal water and or pool heating, solar roofing systems that don't require any roof penetrations. Unfortunately, this is only available in the South Florida market for now, and it's by my friend Daniel Arguelles's artezanoshybrid.com or Artezanos World Class. That's ARTEZANOS hybrid.com. He even has a famous retired NBA basketball player, Dwayne Johnson, maybe, or Dwayne Wade, I forget, as one of his clients. And you can learn more by visiting artezanosworldclass.com. And currently, iwantasolarroof.com is referring to it, redirecting to it. And it is eligible for 30% federal tax credits. It's pretty amazing. And these are some pictures. These are the solar thermal tubings that's going under the tiles. for your domestic hot water and or pool heating. You have a pool. These are the thin film SIGs, which I believe stands for copper, iridium, galanite, selenium, something like that, selenium. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. If you do contact Daniel Arguelles, just tell him Danny Zen referred you for a free quote. Next is wind turbines. These are actually certified by the Small Wind Certification Council. So they are eligible for 30 to 50% federal tax credits for your home or business. And you can learn more by visiting Linktree/Wind Power for Dummies. Currently, windpowerfordummies.com is redirecting to my Linktree site. That's windpower, FORDUMMIES.com. Should be good for the next 18 months. You can also see a document on Google Drive to learn all about the clean world of distributed small-scale wind power. Knock yourself out. I'm learning and am a distributor for a high watt and the horizontal axis called Blvd. Again, the document to learn all about wind power is tinyurl.com/windpower101. And if you want to, this is, by the way, the certification for high watt out of Taiwan, my home country. Okay, that's pretty amazing. This is a picture of a Blvd, 10 or 15 kilowatt, I forget. And that's out of, I think, Oklahoma. And again, if you want to learn more, just visit this link here. And you can contact myself for a quote or estimate for your home or business for any of those two wind turbines. Just leave me a voicemail again at 786-441-2727 is my landline. Again, 786-441-2727. Now, this is the geothermal, or also known as ground source heat pump. You can reduce your heating and cooling by up to 80%. And it's eligible, I believe, for up to maybe $8,000 also in upfront rebates if you're low income. So that's a game changer. And the one that I have determined is the absolute best is Climate Master. Even also offers for commercial buildings. And you can learn all about the what I call the heat beneath your feet by visiting Linktree/geothermal heating and cooling, or their website, climatemaster.com. Again, and then my educational site is L as in Lima, Inktr.ee/geothermal heating and cooling. Check it out. Pretty amazing stuff. Not every property is suitable and can be complicated and might be better for a new construction, but retrofits is possible. Next on up, we got energy storage. I know it's not on the energy priority pyramid, but this is your resiliency and peace of mind. And then, you know, topping it off for energy independence, energy storage. And you can learn all about the bright world that's constantly changing rapidly in battery chemistries, technologies by visiting my Linktree/batteries for dummies site and my Linktree/solar generators for dummies, since they also have built-in batteries. Again, that's L as in Lima, Inktr.ee/batteries, FORDUMMIES, or my Linktr.ee/solar generators, FORDUMMIES. And not on the energy part of the pyramid, but everyone's moving towards electrical vehicles, as we know. You can learn about the bright world and the futuristic electrical vehicles by visiting my Linktree/EV charging for dummies site as well. So to conclude, if you want to creep up or creep down, I should say, on your energy bill for your home or business, fill out this Google form here, tinyurl.com/off-grid consultation. And after you've successfully submitted this Google form, just leave me a voicemail letting me know the date and approximate time of your submission. Again, that's tinyurl.com/off-grid consultation. By the way, if you do pay an energy commercial or business bill or own a commercial industrial building anywhere in the world, this is my consultation form for my commercial industrial buildings division called GreenSunshinePowerCompany, as you can see here. Then just fill out this form, tinyurl.com/net-zero-energy-consultation, so I can help you to say goodbye virtually to all your energy and even utility bills. Again, tinyurl.com/net-zero-energy-consultation. Okay. And lastly, if you would love to have any questions, request a quote, make a referral, earn extra money as a utility bill freedom consultant on my onehouseoffthegrid.com team, then just fill out this form here, tinyurl.com/join one house off the grid. Okay, that's tinyurl.com/join one house off the grid, all letters. And these are the benefits of becoming a part-time, spare time, or full-time utility bill freedom consultant. And it's a really, really compelling bunch of benefits that you can read at your own leisure. Okay. Anyways, Then wrapping on up, if you do want to become a supplier, vendor, or contractor partner with my company, then contact me at my landline numbers best 786-441-2727 or email me at onehouseoffthegrid@gmail.com. Anyways, take care, guys. Thank you for your kind time and attention. I hope this was helpful so you can learn how to prioritize your time, money, and effort when it comes to energy conservation and efficiency. You can find me on LinkedIn on linkedin.com/in/drawdown-now. Again, that's linkedin.com/in/drawdownnow. And you can also view my work experience or my curriculum vitae by going to this link, okay? Take care, everybody. And you can learn more about my other interests by visiting my personal Linktree/DannyZen, but it's spelled Z-E-N site. Hope this was helpful, and I'll create a shortened link so you can share this video with others. And as I mentioned, that will be tinyurl.com/creep video. Again, just remember it's CREEP video will be the shortened link to the video, okay? Anyways, take care, and thank you for having a sense of urgency to counter climate change, sea level rise. I look forward to getting a ton of voicemails and or submissions for scheduling a consultation with me and my company, One House Off the Grid. Take care, everybody. Be well. Godspeed.